Hello everyone, welcome back to the BVTV channel, and today we have something very special. And before you ask, no, my ECW gym mode isn't going anywhere. It's staying on the channel. And two, this is very special because this is actually part of what I do on the side, which is podcasting with the Urban Wrestling Network. And from time to time, we'll be having Chef from the UWN come on and do this with us. He couldn't be here for this episode. I pre-recorded this such a long time ago, and timing was off. So I figured I'd record it because I already had who he wanted on Smackdown or Raw, and who I wanted on Raw or SmackDown. So basically, I wanted to do something that I haven't seen anyone else do, and that is have it to where you're the commissioner of both brands, which obviously is impossible unless you have two controllers. We happen to have two controllers. And I want to do something to where I'm not in contention with the computer. I'm in contention on seeing which brand can I make the best, and seeing how my booking does in an actual WWE GM mode universe. And that's what this is. This is a UWN special. This is basically there for the UWN fans. Try to bring them over here, and try to bring my friends over there. So I'm really excited. Hopefully you guys are too. Like I said, I run both of them. Chef will pretty much be here for commentary. Raw getting the first pick, which is pretty freaking cool. And the first pick that I forgot this is the PS2, so everything is like really wonky. Raw's first pick, believe it or not, was Bret Hart. Yeah. Bret Hart going to Raw, Hulk Hogan going to SmackDown. And if you're wondering why everyone's on a 5-week, I should probably actually restructure. 6 months for you, and then we get to the one. Anyway, on Raw, it was quite interesting because I was a little bit surprised at who was selected, who wasn't selected. Raw went straight for Stone Cold. So me and Chef drafted for both brands and what we thought was balanced. And I think it kind of shocked everyone, truthfully. Because, you have Bret Hart and Austin on Raw, Hogan and The Rock on SmackDown. Don't really worry about the contracts because I'm going to fix them anyway. So don't worry about them. Raw immediately was going to go for Shawn Michaels. I think that was kind of an obvious one. Meanwhile, this was interesting because SmackDown went straight for Eddie Guerrero. Raw came back and boom, captured Jim Neidhart. So Raw sat there and literally they were to have one tag team. Now I know that I forgot that Mankind went that quickly. Wow, we really flew through this. I'm like, man, Now, Raw went straight for Triple H. SmackDown went straight for Batista, which honestly shocked me. They passed up and let Kurt Angle slip to Raw. SmackDown followed up with Rey Mysterio. If you're wondering why there's no music, it's because I don't want to get copyrighted. And I am trying to fly through the draft pretty quickly because there's a lot more I want to discuss that I think you guys will enjoy. Raw would follow up with going straight for John Cena, which then left Piper right there for the taking on SmackDown. Raw came back and followed up with Bam Bam Bigelow. And SmackDown said, fine, we'll take Edge. Edge going there, Mick Foley going to Raw, Dusty Rhodes going to SmackDown, the American Dream. Oh, yeah. And it's funny because Raw went straight for Randy Orton. Like, there was no question mark about it. SmackDown, of course, picking Mr. Perfect. Raw skipped on the Undertaker. Like, legitimately, they skipped on the Undertaker for some crazy reason and gave SmackDown Taker, which I was kind of surprised that they did that. I didn't understand the booking behind this. Then Raw picked up the Walking Armageddon Bobby Lashley, and SmackDown was like, hey, that's fine, we'll take Booker T. We're seeing some phenomenal talent kind of go by, and rather shockingly, Flair now back to Raw, Carlito going straight to Smackdown, and that 13 superstars already being taken, and some of the best wrestlers, I guess, around this time they were some of the best, which truthfully is shocking. nowadays. When you actually think about it. I mean, Ken Kennedy going to SmackDown on Raw. They went back to back. First it was Trish, now it was Lita. You see how, it's kind of smart in how they're doing this. They're maneuvering in ways that way, they don't take too much of a hit. I know for a fact that Chef wanted a lot of cruiserweights for his brand. Raw is going to follow up with The Big Show. And then following that, I know he also wanted Chavo. So that's already 3 cruiserweights that SmackDown has. Following that, Raw went straight for Mickie James. Good on Raw. So they've done a pretty good job so far. Actually, before I do that, let me actually make sure I get Hogan for 6 months. He was rather cheap. I forget it actually sounds like that. Ugh. I know Chef wanted Psychosis. So yeah, those were kind of like the cruiserweights that Chef specifically wanted. And I know they need another chick. And I know for Chef, we're gonna add Candice Michelle to the mix. I know that was like the main one for him was Candice Michelle back then when he used to watch WWE. It's funny as they're watching SmackDown picks Umaga. That for 19. 19 Raw picks Shelton Benjamin, just barely kind of sneaking away, still being eligible to be played in the series. Good on him too. On a serious note, I know SmackDown went straight for Kane, so they have Undertaker and Kane now. That's gonna be a lethal pairing. SmackDown's last superstar out of this whole list. Wow. You know what? The Great Khali. So Raw leaves the draft, the Great Khali being their last draft pick. So then that leaves the question, what is going to be SmackDown's final selection? I mean, they got everybody that they could probably want. And this was someone Chef really, really, really wanted, Daivari. If you're gonna ask me why he wanted Daivari, I couldn't honestly give you an answer. Like legitimately, I can't. Bret Hart will keep you dirty. Candice will be heel. Jimmy will be heel. John will be face. Kurt, it's like you better as a heel. Leah can be face. Foley face. James face. Randy Orton heel. Flair, they're just playing the game. You get cheered no matter what. RVD face, Shawn Michaels face, Shelton Benjamin face, Austin face. Khali can be dirty. Triple H can be heel. Trish, I don't know. I don't know actually. I think we have a good mix of, faces and heels. Now for the world title, they're oh my god. They're going to put it on... Oh, I can't do that to you. Kurt Angle, he'll be the WWE champion because I already know what's going to happen. And I apologize, Kurt. Like, I legitimately do. Remember, these belts will all be defended on the first show. So don't sweat what it looks like. The Intercontinental Champion is going to be... We'll give it to Rob Van Dam for right now. So the Intercontinental Champ will be Rob Van Dam. And then the Women's Champ, it's going to be none other than Trish Stratus. 100% Stratusfaction. Alright, and now for SmackDown, let's see. At Superstar Match Tactics, Batista can be face. Booker T can be heel. Carlito can be heel. Chavo heel. Daivari. I don't even know why you're on this roster. Dusty Rhodes can be a face, because we all know you know, faces go off really well together. So we're gonna leave Dusty the face for that. That's when he was the best. Actually, no. We're gonna turn him heel. Eddie can be a face. Edge can be a heel. Hogan heel. Kane heel. Kennedy heel. Oh my God. Mankind face perfect heel. Super crazy. Rey Mysterio. Piper. You're gonna be a face, my friend. The Rock can be a face. Umaga can be heel. Undertaker can be clean. There's a lot. There's not many clean superstars on this roster. You know what? Then, you know what? Edge, you're gonna be a face. Yeah. You're gonna be a face. All right. And then the world. Oh no. The world champion. Hulk Hogan. Like, I'm just trying to picture out how I'm gonna do this because you don't know what's gonna happen. I already know what is. So I'm just kind of like, what do I do? The Rock and Mankind will be tag champs. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. The United States champion should be none other than this man. Well, let's give it to someone who's a little bit less. Actually, no, never mind. The United States champion, Mr. Perfect. The Cruiserweight champion. Be none other than this man himself. The Master of the 619, Rey Mysterio. So that is that. All right, Vince, what do you got?
Vincent Kennedy McMahon here.
Okay.
Welcome you to the WWE. Before you start your new job as general manager,
of both brands, Vince.
Clear. This company was built on a desire to succeed. All challenges and opposition are taken head on and conquered. Failure is not acceptable. As the new general manager, I expect the same from you. Be aware that your show, your ratings, and your decisions will be measured against the opposing general manager. At the end of the
Vince,
year,
I am both.
We'll review both sides' current standings, and the general manager that has the largest fan base will receive the coveted General Manager of the Year award. The loser will be fired. Good luck.
What an amazing welcome aboard. You know, like, on a serious note, who and why? just why? Now, the one thing I immediately want to do is because I know title, that thing annoys me. But how, some people can't be here. It's like, really? Like, are you kidding me? Superstar morale, we're not going to worry about. Injuries will be always on. Rivalry length will be on. Costs and trades will be that. I know for a fact, I'm going to make sure both brands have the same storyline writers in terms of good ones. We can actually use that for Raw, I think, because they have, we'll use this one as well. Cheating girlfriends. Raw could actually do that. So, boom. Loser leaves the brand. I'm just going to make sure that they have all the good stuff. I feel like I'm hiring every single person. Just in case they ever want to do an Undisputed Champion, it's there. So there you go. So that'll be that for Raw and SmackDown. I believe I can actually take out the other controls. I don't need it, which is perfect. All right, storyline writers do the same here. They don't need that one. So that, like I said, is it can be exclusive to Raw. Cheating. They don't need cheating girlfriend. They could use David and Goliath though. Wow, that is an annoying sound effect. As I'm just like listening to that, like that's gotta be terrible. Cause even that sounds like a lot for me. Yeah, so SmackDown may have like a little less in terms of actual stuff. Don't worry about this. I will eventually do that off camera. So for both shows too. Like it's not just, oh man, said some of these champions are probably going to change in this episode, truthfully. That's fun, because Raw can't book Smackdown, so I think that's pretty cool. Ah, yes, heat where nothing really matters. And truthfully. Yeah, let's start with the main event. I forget, this has 6 matches, which is interesting. WWE Championship, triple threat. For some reason, until I learn how to fix the issue with ladder matches, I can't ever have a ladder match because it doesn't work. Like, I have pushed like the analog stick stuff and it never works, and I don't know why. So we're gonna have a fatal 4-way, or triple threat match between Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels, wait, no, that's on SmackDown. I mean, I can actually do this properly. Even better. So John Cena, Kurt Angle, and Randy Orton in a triple threat match for the WWE title. I think that's bound to really pop. So I'm going with that match. We should probably not do it in a hardcore match, just a regular triple threat match, because it's just easier. Yeah. So an actual triple threat. That is your main event of Raw. Over here, we'll give the World Tag Team titles some love. This will actually be in a tornado tag match. I said if I ever do tag team matches, they're always gonna be tornadoes. I hate the way they do them in these games. There we go. And I will eventually lower how loud the whoosh whoosh thing is. I can probably assure you, you will probably be annoyed by the end of this video with whoosh whoosh. And I don't blame you. Wow, that gives me a +3 in tag popularity. Anyway, this should probably be the true main event. DX versus the Hart Foundation. More than likely. The Intercontinental, this one is definitely going into Steel Cage 4-8. That'll be 11. Yeah, that actually works. In this match, it's going to be Rob Van Dam. Where is Mick Foley will be there for popularity more than likely. Oh, Austin's not in a there you go, Austin, Foley, and Flair. Yeah, all people I believe have held the Intercontinental title once. So an even epic Intercontinental Championship match, followed by another 4-way. I know you guys were like, why is there so many 4-ways? But another 4-way. This time for the women's titles. I want all the women to be featured on this show, so that way, like, they're respected in a way, if you know what I mean. And then Lita can be on there. So that kind of just shows you what we're going with. Trying to put out the whole roster on both brands to show you guys, hey, look, this is what they got. This is what they're gonna have. This is what they got to offer. It's like a mini pay-per-view, you know. So all championships are on the line, which are epic. And then with that, that's actually how many? 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have 5 wrestlers left, which is no problem. Triple threat, we'll see Bam Bam Bigelow, The Big Show, and the Great Khali. It probably should be the opener, actually. So a singles match. Bobby Lashley. Who have we not used? Shelton Benjamin hasn't been used. Okay. So to get Lashley over, I feel like we should probably do Bigelow, Lashley, put Bobby over, and then the opening. We open the show with a triple threat match. We end the show with a triple threat match. How about that? As Shelton Benjamin, and Shelton Benjamin is like the boy amongst men, in this match. Big Show, Khali open it. Poor Benjamin. Lashley and Bigelow, epic title matches. I'm really excited for Raw. I think Raw has put out some fire. No pun intended. But yeah, I like what Raw's got going on. Let's see what SmackDown's going to have for us. We'll do the same thing there. If anything, the only thing we might do differently to give them a little bit of help, because I feel they're going to need it, is title match hype for the World Heavyweight Championship. Because Daivari, Per the request of Chef from Urban Wrestling Network, Hulk Hogan, not even Hulk Hogan, Daivari, he wants Daivari as the world champ. I just, you know what? I'm just gonna pretend this match does not exist. I know I don't want to have every show carbon copy, so we'll do another singles match, which we will see. Who are the champs again? Oh, perfect. All right. So Batista is gonna be a little bit mad that he's not really featured on the show. I don't blame him. He's gonna call out Hulk Hogan. Instead, Roddy Piper's going to come out. And boom, Batista Piper right over there. So that'll be that match. Followed by the tag team match. The TLC Tornado Tag. Boom, there you go. The Rock and Mankind. I probably shouldn't do a TLC match, truthfully. Let's do a regular. No, because you don't want too bland tornado tag matches. This match can actually be a triple threat tornado tag. The Rock and Mankind versus... Shoot. No, we don't want to be there. Undertaker and Kane. So that'll be something. And then Kennedy's on this brand. We kind of need someone to go with Kennedy. Yeah. So you know what? Umaga, for storyline purposes of keeping the continuity of the season mode alive, let's do that. And Umaga and Kennedy. So Umaga, Kennedy, Undertaker, Kane, The Rock, and Mankind for the WWE Tag Team titles, Hardcore Tornado Triple Threat match. That's as wickedly wild as it gets. And that 10 superstars right there used. Utilization, folks, is key. Remember that. The United States Championship will follow that, as it'll see a four-way match. That'd be 14 people. Four-way. As we will see the champion, Mr. Perfect, because he is perfect, against Booker T. Oh, crap. No. Edge. Edge is another one. And Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, right then and there, Fatal 4 match for the United States Championship. And I realize Eddie Guerrero does not have a dance partner, huh? That's fine, we'll get one for him. The opening show is definitely going to be the Cruiserweights. That'll be a Fatal 4-way match. Cruiserweight title. Steel Cage. Just to add some popularity to it, Steel Cage, Rey Mysterio will defend against Chavo Guerrero. Super Crazy, and Psychosis. And that right there is what's going to open up the show here on SmackDown. I think that'll be an epic cruiserweight match. So I like highly look forward to it. Super excited. And then that means there should be, let's see, 4, 8, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That means there's one match on the card left, a basic singles match. It should be Carlito taking on Eddie Guerrero, and that will be that match. So yeah, again, solid matches throughout the whole card. I don't think there is like anything I'd be like ill to, you know? So I'm pretty excited about that. I feel like we should probably play the championship matches first. So yeah, actually, well, at least 3 of the 4. Like the main ones, you know? But the fact that I feel like we really got everything, I think this is going to be a little bit of a tough week. So we'll have both shows kind of solidify, hey, we're going to hype up the title. So I'm really looking forward to what this show, or what both shows bring to each other, truthfully. And this will be probably the only time we don't play every single title match on a show. So I look forward to it as I yawn because it's like 12 at night here. Got to, but let's actually save this up. As you can tell, I'm playing on a PS2. And good news, my SmackDown vs. Raw 06 came in today. By the way, for those of you who think I've had these characters all unlocked for years, no, I had to get a PS2 and then unlock all these characters again and get used to the PS2 controllers, which, by the way, are brutal. Brutal. If you need any help, well, thank you. And then for you as well, Taz, thank you. Whoops. But yeah, like I said, I just look forward to it, and I hope that you guys really enjoy this. So let's get into it. Right here, right now. Unless you guys just want me to do a draft, and then, well, I probably could do a draft, and that way he doesn't miss the first full episode. Yeah, I could do that. Because I already have the match card set up. Or what I could do is wait a week. Since I have the first part of this recorded, I could then just have him on the show, on the same show, the next, and record it tomorrow, then put this out Saturday. Not Saturday, Sunday. You know what? I'm going to do that. So there's going to be a weird break in where we end off, because this is going to be one whole episode. And the other half of this will have Chef on. That way he doesn't miss any of the matches. That way I can play all 4 for in terms of title matches for each show. If I can, yeah. So that works. That actually works. Hey, that's wonderful. All right, because it's actually differently spread out. So it's like, oh, here's this, and oh, here's that. Yeah, I'm loving this. All right, you know what? Yeah. So you know what, folks? Let's go on to the matches with Chef. The power and beauty of editing. All right, folks. Let's get to it.